when you turn 35, like I did this year, and then I'm gonna do the wing, you know? I take this and I dip it into this Hourglass mascara, and that's what I put in my eyes. A bit of discoloration, but I really don't like because otherwise it looks a bit too much. Good morning, you guys. Whether you voted for this specific video or not, on my Instagram earlier this week, we are doing makeup together today. So welcome to my face without makeup. For now, I'm gonna put my hair back a little bit. I do my absolute best to use clean makeup products as much as possible, as well as vegan, cruelty-free, because I've been vegan for the last 11 years and it's obviously very important to me. However, there are still a few products that I couldn't find a better, cleaner alternative of, so you'll see that as well. It's work in progress, but mostly, for the most part, the brands that I use and support day to day are really clean, doing well on the mission of staying vegan, cruelty-free, sustainable, and all of that. All right, so for the base, I kind of like mix a few things. This is actually a tester, so I'm still trying it. It's kind of like this illuminating gel by this brand called SAIE. I hope I pronounced it correctly, I'm not sure. And then I use this Beyond Serum with SPF, pretty much like my sunscreen plus serum by ILIA, and I absolutely love ILIA. You'll see that I have a lot of products from them, and so I just mix the two together. It's a really cool texture. Also, you guys, bear with me because I've never done a beauty tutorial and this is kind of tough, but I hope you see. And then this stuff is super glowy, moisturizing. So I just really love for my makeup routine and products to be kind of like an extension of my skincare. I really like to feel moisturized. I don't use like a powder on my face anymore. I really just use all of these moisturizing foundations and like serums and SPFs and all of that. I think when you turn 35, like I did this year, you really appreciate just feeling like your skin can breathe and also just moisturized, not very dry and all of that. So I really love these products. Next up, also by ILIA, it's their foundation. This one is kind of their medium coverage product. They have a much stronger kind of like a foundation where you cannot really see your skin that well, but it still feels good. Like all of their products feel good. And then they have a tinted moisturizer that I used to use as well, and that one even kind of less coverage than this one. So this one is somewhere in between, but I use very little bit, like just a pump, I would say, like that. And because I kind of love, you know, feeling like I'm just doing my skincare once again, I really just use my hands and I put it all over my face. Like that's how I put my foundation. You know, like I want to feel like it's just a cream that I put on my face. So no brushes and like a very tiny layer, you know, but it gives you this glow. It still gives like some coverage, but I love to see my skin through it. Like I don't like this like super layer of makeup anymore like I used to in my 20s. I should find a photo and insert. Like I used to do, like my makeup was nuts. I need to find some photos. If I find it, they're gonna be here, you guys, just to make you laugh on this morning. All right, next up is the concealer, and this one is by Kosas. And I like the concealer to be kind of like much brighter and lighter, almost like sometimes lighter than my skin, because I like that kind of, you know, illuminating, brightening quality of it. And I only put it here in the corner, outer corner of my eye. Well, actually on the inner as well. But because this area for me tends to be kind of like pinky, it might be because I use eyeliner every day, I don't know. But that's just like how my skin is there. And just a little bit in here. And that's pretty much it. Like I don't like to put it anywhere else. I just like to kind of make my eyes look a bit more rested, especially when I don't sleep or I have these like crazy work weeks and stuff. It just makes it even better. So this kind of skin foundation routine has been my staple for the last couple of years. It really makes me feel so good because it's glowy. I don't like to be my whole face matte anymore. I really like it to breathe. I like my skin to show, my actual skin, and I like to feel moisturized. So that kind of gives me that just nice glow, nice tone, and it makes me look a bit more fresh, hopefully, if you guys agree. I don't know. All right, next up is a bronzer that I use, and I use this palette by Hourglass. I love Hourglass. However, not all of their products are vegan, but they have a huge selection of vegan products, and I think they're striving to kind of do more. And so I just use kind of like this one for a bronzer, and I just put it here, kind of a little bit. And I would say that's like the only powder product that I use for like when it comes to face foundation and stuff, because I actually have, let me show it to you. I've tried this bronzer by SAIE as well, and it's like this creamy texture. I know a lot of people like it, but I think I got my shade wrong. Like, look at that, it's too dark now. It's a bit too cold for me, so on my face it makes me look a bit sick, and that's not the goal, ever. And then I use these couple of actually all three here, just to add a little bit more of glow in here, just like a little bit. But I don't go too close to my eye with this one, because again, it's a powder, so like it just dries my skin too much. And we're still not done with the glow. Last one but not least, also ILIA, and this one is the highlighter. It's a liquid highlighter, which I love because I'm all about liquid and cream kind of textures right now. So this one, I really just tap into my skin a little bit in here, and then a little bit in here. And sometimes you kind of like gotta go back in when it sets in. You gotta go back in and like, you know, fix it a little bit, because it tends to kind of spread a little bit. I don't know how to describe it. You'll probably see. And then I put some in the corner of my eyes, some under my brows, and on the cupid bow right here. So now you'll probably see the most transformation. Like if there's one part of my face that really gets transformed with makeup, is my brows, because as you can see, they are, I mean, they really kind of live their own life, of course. And it really depends on the day, time of the month. Like sometimes they're so full and so perfectly shaped without an eyebrow pencil or like without any makeup, and sometimes they just get so sparse. It's like they really just are so moody, so it really depends. And so I still haven't figured out the best makeup for my brows, to be very honest. I've tried so many different eyebrow pencils, and I don't know, some feel too dark, some feel like too hard to like be precise. So I just kind of like, this is the part where I let go, and I'm like, that's okay, Svetlana, like, you know, it is what it is. So I don't take it too seriously, and you'll probably see that. But I use the Hourglass eyebrow pencil, and it looks like that. So it's not really that like precise, sharp pen. It's more of a, you know, like for the strikes. And for that, I'll need my mirror, because otherwise, you know, I don't know if you guys can see. I would start like right here. And honestly, guys, like let's hope it's a good brow day, because I don't know how, like every time I start, it could go all different kinds of ways. So let's hope this is gonna go well. So I tried to start on like, you know, light, like I don't put too much of force into it, like, and just, yeah, that's kind of it, you know. And I feel like on the camera it looks a bit super dark, but still you can tell like it really is the most before and after difference, I think. But anyway, so let's go in with the second one. That's kind of the brow situation. And again, I don't think they're perfect. I don't think this is the best product for me color wise. Like, I don't know, I'm still figuring it out, but this is what it is in terms of my daily routine right now. That's what happens. I have a few eyeshadow palettes that I use I just alternate on a daily basis. So one of my absolute favorite ones is also Hourglass, and it's the one where, you know, you buy this whole thing and then you can choose these individual colors. And so you can tell this I use the most. You'll see where I use it. Like I use it with other palettes as well. And then another palette that I use pretty often looks like this, is by Natasha Denona. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. And this is how it looks like. I mean, it's a bit messy at this point, but you can tell my preference in terms of colors very easily. And so I start with this color that goes again into the corner of my eye. It's like as if I didn't put enough of shine in the corner of my eye, but it just makes me feel refreshed and look more rested. I don't know, something about that whole situation I just like. And then again, I'll put a little bit in here. And then for the main color, I kind of go between this one, and that one. So I might just kind of combine the three and see how it goes. What I like for my eyeshadows for like every day, I just like it to be kind of bright, open up my eye and just again, like bring that freshness to the face. Then to bring a little bit of depth to my eye makeup, I use this Hourglass one, the one in the center, because I just absolutely am obsessed with this color. And what I do is I put it under my eye and I kind of start from here because I like it to like extend the eye a little bit as well. Then just a little in my crease, and then I'm gonna blend it in. Like it's not gonna be as strong, but that definitely brings that depth to your eye makeup that I really like. Okay, now the most fun part. I'm sure you guys love doing that as well, because every time you do it, it's like a Russian roulette. You really don't know how that's gonna go. And I'm talking about eyeliner. I use the one from KVD. It's a vegan brand and it's really a nice, sharp kind of eyeliner that to me is the easiest to use, and it just really helps. So the way I do my eyeliner, I start here and I go like this direction. Then I like to kind of extend it, but like with a super thin line up to here, not like to the corner of the eye, but like a little bit past the middle of the eye. And then from there, that's like my base, and then I'm gonna do the wing, you know? Wish me luck, you guys. So I start from here and I just kind of do my best, you know? So for mascara, I have a bit of an interesting situation. So I really love this mascara by Hourglass. Really, really love it. However, this Gucci one has the best kind of tip of the brush I've ever tried in mascara. So what I do very often, I take this and I dip it into this Hourglass mascara, and that's what I put in my eyes. So it's a bit of a process. Not that this is a bad mascara, I like that as well. Both of them are good. It's just this just really makes my lashes look the best, like out of all the mascaras I've tried. So we're gonna use that, especially on this eye, you guys. Like I think already 16 years ago, I don't know, it was like a while ago, I had a sty, like a really bad sty on my eye that caused this part of my lashes not to grow anymore. So I don't know if you can see it here in the camera really well, but between lashes here, I don't have lash growing at all. So it's like an empty little spot. You can see it when I don't wear makeup. It's almost like a scarred tissue because it was so bad. So I really like to kind of like bring this side here and this side here so that it creates kind of a bit more of a fullness in this area where I don't have lashes. All right, last step is my lips. So I use this lip pencil by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade of, I think it's like the darker Pillow Talk. Yeah, it's like a medium Pillow Talk 2, it's called. And I just overline my lips. Let me come closer. In here, just to give them more definition. And then in here. And the bottom, I don't really overline. I just do a little bit of this where it's kind of like a bit of discoloration, but I really don't like because otherwise it looks a bit too much. But the top one, I really like the effect of like fullness it gives. And then my favorite lip product is by ILIA, and it's actually a tinted lip oil. So again, very moisturizing, which I love. And I use very little of it on my lips. You'll see that. Just kind of to make it a bit glossy and give it a little bit of color. But also, like, at first it looks more intense, but then like in a few minutes it's gonna get absorbed and it's just gonna be a nice like hint of color with moisture. It's just like a really good feel. It doesn't feel like a lipstick or like something drying, and it just gives that color and I love it. All right, you guys, so that was my makeup routine. If you have questions in terms of shades of products I used, or if you want links for any products, just let me know. I'll do my best to find it. I'll also film my skincare routine in the next couple of weeks. I know you guys asked for it, and of course makeup is fun and everything, but it's really your lifestyle, nutrition, and skincare routine that kind of helps the makeup to look better and feel better. So I'll definitely do that. And all of my skincare at this point is clean, vegan, and definitely works. So I swear by every single product that I've been using. So I cannot wait to share that with you guys. Until then, I hope you guys have an incredible day wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys soon.